everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Eagles are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Seahawks defense looking to knock that conversion rate down.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Washington, his first carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Washington in last week's contest: 22 carries, 61 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Right back to Washington. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Morrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 102 yards.
Well, it's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Now Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now on first down, it's Washington again. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Operating from the gun. Morrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on second down. Morrow. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a play fake. Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They run the counter now on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Second down following the run. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. In motion right is Jeffrey. Now Wentz on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. It's a gain at 20 and picking up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went back. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wynn buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game, because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On second down, Washington. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down. Morrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Warner, he's going to leave this for his running back. And it'll be 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah,
So
except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Jeffrey will go in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Now he's forced out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go!
Throwing again. Warner. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down. Warner. Completion left side to Miller. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Warner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The defense, they got little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
I got 11. I got 11.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Wentz now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense, plan for the short pass, and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Staying on the ground with Washington. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the play clock's running down. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, Elliott.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. On 1st down, Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Ertz over the middle. An Eagle 1st down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. You're going to have to...
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. On first down, Morrow looking left side, and it's complete. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there, 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. And a give this time to the tailback. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it? Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Off play action. Morrow. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now, before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Red zone opportunity. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st and 10, Morrow nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morrow. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the right side, this is Miller. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Ben Roethlisberger with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to roll.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And the lead is now an even 30. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough third. operating from the gun. Morrow, incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And give that one to the Cardinals. They wind up winners. Tom Savage, 2 touchdown passes in the W. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And he'll give it here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Oh, wait, hold everything. And timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Wentz to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.